the University of Louisiana and the site of the clash we have in store for you today. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Ragin' Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense is on the field for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Toss to the outside. Shakes off the tackler. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Got it past the marker. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
Quickly out to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based.
Throws toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Louisiana Raging Cajuns offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And both of these teams love to use the tight end, Jesse, and they do it very well.
And both of these quarterbacks know who their go-to guy is. It's the tight end, as you just mentioned, Reese. These guys find ways to get open, and they make their quarterbacks look good.
Oh, they make them look real good. Big, strong bodies can catch the football, can make plays after the catch. The modern tight end position just continues to expand.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Jensen. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
The Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets a block. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And the special teams, that's always a momentum builder. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
That last completion sets them up on second down. They'll leave it with him. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line in the hurry up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Flying out to the left. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense working from the pistol. The give to the tailback. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll do it himself. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Raging Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. He's going to pass. Forced out of the pocket. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The give to Davis. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play. and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David. Going for the big play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Bullock. Shoots it to the left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Off play action. Looking down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Try to get it to the edge. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Before then, they can get another score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Perry. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
The Raging Cajuns will punt it away on 4th down. And last time they punted it went back for 6. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Here's the handoff. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Trying to punch it in, and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll ride Davis here. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far, and you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Bulldogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Makes the catch. It's Perry. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Throws to the wideout. Lost the defense, he's wide open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Makes his connection. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. First down here for the offense. Looking for room, it's Crosby. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down, it's 2nd and 7. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. Receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Takes it the other way. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Cajuns. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Man, you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space, and really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with your offensive line. And then you need perimeter blocking out wide to hold their own. Do a good job, hold their own. Nice positive gain, nice positive toss play.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll run the toss.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Bullock. Getting some heat. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the...
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Excellent field position here for the offense. The lone back's got it. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Let's it fly. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the 3rd play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And a big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Raging Cajuns moving quickly to the line. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Got his man quickly. Good, solid tackle. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajun! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Wiggins. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Still on his feet at the 45. Got a lot of running room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Perry. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Finds his man. It's Davis. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Cajuns. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
What a big-time run for this offense, a physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they grab the lead here in overtime.
And Reese, this is the part of the field where the tight ends become such a big part, right? The big size. I'm going to isolate these guys, find a way to get good matchups. You could tell they did it there, and the result, 6 points.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Huge third down to keep the drive alive. They need a touchdown on this possession. Shotgun snap on third down. Pressure coming. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that's going to do it. A fourth down stop seals it in overtime. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
And that's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation